have like a weird horde of hair ties upstairs. Hi. Hi, everybody. I can just put the lippy on for you. Although, I did reapply it for you, so whatever that means. Thanks! I really like it as well. My hair.
Do your worst, 'cause you can't take something for nothing. I would know. 'Cause I won't say
Again, I never know what to do with my hair anymore, guys. This is why I want to cut it all off. Because when it's down, it drives me crazy. You're making me want to buy that lipstick color, and I don't even wear makeup. I never wear lipstick. I was on a video call with my mother-in-law, and she was like, "You should just wear that every day. That should just be your look." It's like, thanks, Mom. It's very sweet of you. Hello, everyone. It's Saturday evening, DOOGER. What's up? What's up? What's up? I put the child to sleep, and then accidentally also fell asleep myself, which is why I'm late. So I'm very sorry about that. We want Clark. We want Clark. She's asleep, my dude. It's 8:45. Way past bedtime for Clarky. Let the baby sleep. Let the baby sleep. Indeed. Benji sent me a link. Side note. Benji sent me a link to Spiritfarer and said, "This seems like the sort of game you might like." And I said, "I beat it. It's fantastic. It's very full of heart. It's wonderful and sad." And Benji said, "I'll give it a go. I like games that make me sad." Like a really long A. It was very funny. Oh, also, side note in reference to this, Clarky goes, "Mummy, your lips are purple." Sam from the other room goes, "I'm colorblind and did not realize your lips were purple." I was like, wonderful. Clarky goes, "I want purple lips." And I said, well, I was trying to think of how to say it. She's been calling, very in season, Sam is a monster because she keeps saying, she's really into saying like, "Oh, there's scary monsters in the house," etc., etc. So, we had put her to bed the other night, and she said, "Mommy, I'm scared of monsters. There are scary monsters." And I said, "But Daddy is an even scarier monster, and he loves you so much, and he'll chase away all the other monsters." So now she's really set on Sam being a monster, right? And then it developed into, and Mommy's a witch, right? So Daddy's a monster, Mommy's a witch, Clarky's also a witch. So I was like, well, maybe one day you can have purple lips. And I said, big witches get purple lips, but baby witches can't have purple lips yet. Mistake. For the rest of the day. She was like touching my lips and then touching her lips. Or like wiping at my lips and then trying to wipe it on her lips. Like she was trying to steal my lips. It was very cute. And then when we were on the phone call with Nanny, she goes, "Nanny, your lips are white." And she was like, "Thank you, honey." It was very cute. Mm-hmm. So, how old is Clark by now? She's coming up on 2.5 years old. A little young to be trying to overthrow her mother and steal her lips, but what can I do? You know, if the child is meant for greatness, she's meant for greatness. Is it common with nannies in America? Oh, nanny is in grandma. Not as in like a nanny, but as in like grandmother. I came out to a friend about being bi for the first time this week. Congratulations! That's amazing. Three-year-old Clark. With every year, she grows stronger. Oh. I was babysitting my nieces today for 3 hours. I sat down in a chair to read them a picture book, and we ended up asleep until my sister and brother-in-law got back. I wake very easily. If they moved at all, I would have woken up. It's the best nap I've ever had, to be fair. That's very sweet. Oh. Nana is an alternate word. I feel like I've had so many variations on this. So, like, my grandmothers were Nena and Nonna, but my Nonna is like my Italian grandmother. And then Nena, I don't know why she was called Nena. I think one of the kids just called her Nena. One of the kids that came before me called her Nena, and it just stuck. For Clarky, my mom is Nana, and Sam's mom is Nanny. Yes, you know, one of the elder beings of the family called her Nana once, and then it just stuck around. But I love that, like, grandparents you can just make shit up. You can make shit up and be like, that's what we call our grandparents. Nini. That's Nini, my grandmother. And I dare you to tell me that Nini is an incorrect thing to call a grandmother. Because you can call your grandparents whatever the fuck you want. I called mine Gumbo. Amazing. My nieces call me Salamander. My first name is Alexander. And apparently that's hard to say. So, you know, Salamander. That's cute. River. She's not the youngest anymore. River, who is the closest in age to Clarky. River and Clark are 9 months apart. River can now say my name. So, it's so cute to just, like, hear her, like, on a phone call or something, just being like, Brooke! 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 Like, that's how she said my name. It's so cute. And Beth is always like, can you say Auntie Brooke? And she tries to say it. And I'm like, River, you can call me whatever you want, babe. I can be Auntie Brooke. I can be Uncle Brooke. I can be Madam. Whatever you want, dude. Just, you don't have to say anything specific for me. I don't care. Brooke! But that is very fun because it always sounds like she's so surprised that I'm there. Clark calls me Madam sometimes, which is why my head immediately went to Madam. Sometimes I'll do things for her and she'll go, thank you, Madam. I don't know where she gets that. I have no idea where she got that from. No clue. Thank you, Madam. You're welcome. Goodness. From Peppa? From Peppa? I'm trying to think if there's ever a point in Peppa where they say Madam? Madam Gazelle, I guess. Yeah, I mean, like the gender specific auntie and uncle thing in this family is already screwed because everybody's an auntie to Clark. She calls them all Auntie Matt, Auntie Molly, Auntie Nancy, Auntie Beth, Auntie George. Like, uncles aren't real, so for Clark. So I'm just like, it's all out the fucking window now, River. You call me whatever you want. Uncles are canceled. Latest conspiracy theory, uncles aren't real. Oh my god. I got to break it to Sam that some people think birds aren't real. I got to tell him that today to his face. And he was like, what? I was like, yeah. Some people think birds aren't real. And he was like, but they're obviously real. I was like, are they? Or are they spies, Sam? He was like, what? Some people think birds aren't real. Go ahead and look that up. Enjoy. It's true, though. Some people think they aren't real. When I first toured my university, there were flyers everywhere that said birds were fake. This is what I'm talking about. Sam? My love? My darling?
Yeah?
I told you today that birds are fake, right?
You told me you think some idiots think birds are fake, yeah.
Okay, cool. Confirmed.
Confirm that you told me?
Confirms that I told you, yeah.
Okay.
That some people think birds are fake.
You know
Not that I think the birds are fake.
You know birds are real, right?
I do know birds are real.
Alright.
Yeah.
Just
We're on the same page there.
Okay.
You don't need to divorce me over birds.
I would. I would.
If I looked deep into your eyes and I was like, honey, I don't think birds are real.
Yeah. I'd leave you.
It's fair. Birds low-key scare the hell out of me, though. Sam's brother is very terrified of birds. Sorry, Ollie, if you're watching. You don't watch me. Ollie is very terrified of birds. And of course, as you all know, Sam also has sister Nancy, who gets every pet under the sun. And so at a certain point, there was a bird living in his parents' house. And his brother was like, just make sure that fucking bird isn't downstairs when I get there. Like, he could not be around it. It's hard. I'm sure it's very difficult having, like, some kind of a phobia of an animal. Especially if it's, like, a perfectly normal animal that you see on the daily or that somebody might have as a pet. I'm sure that's extremely difficult. Oh, a bird got trapped in our bird feeder last week and I had to free it. It was very stressful. Sam's mom was saying that like 2 days ago or something, she went in. Sam's sister Nancy, her legs have been like really bothering her lately. So she was just like on the couch, like kicked back, watching TV, right? Just like resting. Sam's mom comes into the room and realizes that there's just a fucking pigeon just like in the room sitting next to her also watching TV. And she was like, Nancy, don't move. And Nancy was like, what? She's like, don't move. It's fine. There's nothing wrong. Just don't move. And Nancy was like, what is it, Mom? What's in the room? Is everything okay? I don't want to be here anymore. She was like, no. And Nancy, it's fine. Everything's fine. I'll just be back in just a second. And like left the room. Sam's dad is terrifyingly anal about anything having to do with the house, right? Like Sam's mom is really all about the house being clean, but Sam's dad is really all about like he just doesn't want new variables of things in the house without him knowing about it, right? So a bird is like so she goes to him and she's like, I don't want you to freak out. There's a pigeon in the living room. And he was like, what? And she was like, don't freak out. I'm going to try to just calmly grab it and take it outside. But I might need your help. I just need you to stay calm. So she goes in there, has taken off her shirt to like try and like wrap this bird up in a shirt and just carry it out, right? So she like comes back in. Nancy's like, Mom, what's in the room? Mom, you were gone for so long. So she's like got her shirt off and she's like, Nancy, there's a bird next to you. I'm just gonna grab it really calmly. And Nancy was like, oh, it's a bird. Why didn't you just say that, right? I'm just gonna grab the bird and I'm gonna take it outside. She's about to grab the bird and Sam's dad fucking stomps in and is like, there's a fucking flying rat in this room. Get it out. Like starts just like frantically trying to grab it. The bird has freaked out, is flying everywhere. Sam's dad is like, get it. It turns out the bird came down the chimney. Every time the bird flaps, soot is going everywhere. Nancy's like, Dad, it's just a bird. You're being so mean to the bird. Sam's mom, again, shirtless, is being like, Darren, just leave. You're not helping. This bird is like just fucking flapping everywhere. And then we're shown the actual room where soot has gotten all over the ceiling and Darren managed to grab the bird and take it outside. And it didn't stop there because then he decides the best way to deal with the soot. Mom is like, we should try and vacuum up as much as we can off of the ceiling and then just dust the rest, right? It's soot. Sam's dad takes a wet cloth and climbs up on a ladder and tries to just wipe it away and manages to just smear soot everywhere. So she tells us this whole story. And then Darren appears in the background on this call and comes up and was like, did you hear about the bird? It's like, yeah, Dad, we heard about the bird. And he was like, fucking bird got soot everywhere. Can't even get rid of it. And then he just like walks away. And I was like I have to repaint the whole thing now. Oh my God. Incredible. This is what I married into. So this is it. Nancy has started dating. She was working in Scotland for a while. So she's in like an LDR with a nice Scottish boy now that I would love to meet. But Sam's mom was like, is it nice? Is it nice now? You know, now that you've adapted and you get to watch other, you know, nice, gentle people try and make sense of this family in real time. I was like, Hi, Teary. Oh, everybody say hi to Teary, my cousin. The wasp nest pool tactic makes more sense now. Yeah, it's very like head through the wall, you know? Just headbutt the wall and it might work and it might not work. For Sam, grabbing a wasp nest and jumping in the pool worked. For Sam's dad, bull in China shopping, a pigeon did not work. He did what? Mm-hmm. I like mentioning that story and then seeing who in chat is like, I'm sorry, your husband did what? It's only dumb if it doesn't work. Exactly. Imagine if the bird flew in during the Christmas family quiz. Pure hell. It would be pure hell. Because, again, Sam's brother is very terrified of birds. So it would be Darren, like, get that fucking bird out of there. Nancy, like, it's a bird. Everybody calm down. Just grab it. Sam's mom going, everybody, please. Let's lower our voices. Ollie screaming. It would be good. Yeah. It'd be great. And I would be like, does anybody want a drink? Anybody want a hot drink, as they call them here? Would anyone like a hot drink? I can tell this is going to take a while. Shall I make coffees? What football club are Sam's family supporting? They are Arsenal fans. Is this one of my white hairs? I think it is. I think you can finally kind of see one. Yes, look at that boy. Look at it. I love them. I want more. I want more of them. You can kind of start to see them. I pull mine out every time I see one. Not everybody likes them. That's totally fine. Sam is starting to get a lot of them in his beard, and every time they show up, he angrily yanks them out. And I'm like, but... Sam is gonna, like, really rock the salt and pepper look, which is why I'm like, if you just like let them start happening, man, it's gonna be a good look. But he doesn't like them. I'm really hoping, because all of the white hairs that I've found so far are like in this zone, so I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna get a rogue streak. They're not like bright white. I wish they were, but what can you do? They're not silver. They're not white. They're just gray. And that's fine. I have a couple. You got a couple, Krenor? Is your hair still long? I get asked for ID buying alcohol at 35. I need those gray white hairs. Yeah. Some of us are just going to be asked for ID forever. Golden Mooster, I will take that as a compliment. Thank you. It's sort of strange growing into your looks. It feels a bit like being in opposite world. Sandown, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. I'm 21. I've never been carded. I mean, it's not like there's anywhere to go that would card me currently, but I can't remember the last time I was able to just be like, yes, I would love a drink. Without someone going, are you a child, perhaps? Actually, that's not true. When Sam and I went out to dinner for his birthday, I was not asked. But the drinking age in England is way lower than in America. I think I at least look 18. Krendor, Sam, what have you and Gmart done to Sam? I woke up last night to him screaming at chat. And I was like, this is where all those fucking white hairs are coming from. You kidding me? Put League of Legends away. What is happening? Send him to bed jail. Send him to bed jail. Sam was a bit tilted yesterday. There was a point, he took a break at one point, and he came downstairs, and he straight up was like, I'm tilting off the planet. I was in the middle of watching Tearing Veil, which is like the newest Arcadum game, the one with Soda Poppin' and Moon and like all of them. And so I'm like in the middle of watching that, and I'm drawing and just chilling and eating like candies or something in bed, you know, like a freaking mistress. And Sam walks in and he goes, I'm tilting. And I was like, okay. And he was like, I feel it happening. I feel like I've been tilting for hours. I don't know what to do about it. And he was like taking me through everything that had gone wrong so far. He was like, I'm so tilted right now. I was like, maybe. Play a different game. And he was like, no. And just left. It's like, okay. You're an adult ass man. You can do whatever you want. A bad game of LOL can sour my whole day. Play a different game, she says. Look. I don't get it. I don't get it. I do get it. I understand the like determination aspect of something, but I never get that way with a game. I'll get that with like a boss fight, right? Like, say I'm playing a game and there's a really hard boss fight and I feel myself tilting about the boss fight. If somebody is like, maybe just put the game down for now and play something else, I get annoyed because there's no way in fuck that I'm putting this game down and not just beating this boss, right? Like, I can't do that. I get that. When it's a game, like, say that I was playing Hades and I got really pissed off playing Hades. I can just do a new run of Hades. Right? I can just do a new run of Hades. Like, I don't need to just sit there continuing to be pissed off, right? I've played the game a million times. I've had victories sometimes. I've had defeats sometimes. And if I'm mad at it and I'm not having fun, I can put it down. You know? Imagine you had 4 teammates in a Hades that gave up. Then I would not play it with teammates. I'm just saying, like, I don't understand continuing to play the game when it pisses you off and it's not a, like, I need to win in order to progress situation. But maybe that's what ladder is. Maybe that's why people get addicted to games with, like, a ladder of some sort. I don't know. I just don't get it. Yesterday's total progress was -4 points. Don't. It sounds like League of Legends is a sunk cost fallacy as a game. It's like, but if I play one more, I'll climb. I just don't get it. The problem with League is some games take like 40 minutes. Not only are you upset, but you're upset for an obscene amount of time. I don't get it. I've played LOL before. I don't understand. But I'm also not good at MOBAs. So I can play a MOBA and be like, and then like play something else, right? I think if you're somebody who maybe in like the early stages of like the ladder, you're like, I'm getting it. It's clicking. I understand the strategies. I know how to do my role. I have a character I'm good with. Maybe if like a lot of those things link up and then like you were saying, the thing that's getting in the way is either like you do one stupid play and then you spiral, or you're doing great but all of your teammates fucking suck. Like, I don't know. Maybe there are things that make your brain continue to go, next time will be better. Next time will be better. Next time will be better. And then it just keeps getting worse. And then you're just mad. I don't know. I forgot to open up the channel points thing. Oh, goodness gracious. We have a cheers to do. Shall we? Someone in Sam's chat said he went on a tilt-fueled 17-game losing streak. How could he possibly... Hi, Mr. Moth. 17 games. Divided by, what, an average of like 30 minutes? Sam has the same hyper-competitiveness as me, which makes me do something nonstop until I achieve it. I would never describe Krendor as hyper-competitive. You guys should fight about it in chat while we do a cheers. Caffey Night, thank you very much for redeeming our cheers today. If you have a drink, please feel free to go and grab it. Or not. If you're like, I have nothing to drink and I don't want to, that's also fine. You can be here for the good vibes of the cheers. Thank you all. Thank you for being here. It's a Saturday evening DOOGER. We had to push it today. I appreciate your patience, especially since I was like, I'll be there at 8. And then here's the problem is that Sam was like, I need to close my eyes for a few minutes. And then I was like, that sounds nice. I'm going to sit next to him for a second on my phone and then just pass it out. So, you know, I did this to myself, but you guys are amazing. Thank you all for being here. I hope that we all have a good stream together. If you're having an amazing day, please share some of the love. If you're having a bad day, feel free to soak up some of the love. I'm glad that you're all here regardless. And let's have a good chit chat and a good weekend. 3, 2, 1, cheers. It's amazing falling asleep when you put your kid to bed, though. You feel so relaxed. That's so true. That's so true. If you're able to just, like, put your kid to bed and then be like, I don't got shit to do. I could just go to bed, too. Obviously, the problem here is I did have shit to do. It's just that the other 2 people in the house were comfortably falling asleep. And I was like, I wish that were me. So I thought to myself, I'm just going to sit next to Sam and I'm going to play a little bit of my hidden object game. And then was asleep. So how much sleep do you usually get? Around 7 hours. I normally sleep from like 12 or 1 a.m. until 7 or 8, depending on when Clarky wakes up. Yeah, it's not bad. Pretty good. I'm listening to you and painting Nyx. Aw, yeah. Good choice of things to paint. Yeah, 7 has wound up being kind of my normal amount of sleep. Clark's sleep has been like all over the place lately, which I'm assuming means that she's in a growth spurt. It's like sometimes we'll put her to bed. She normally goes to bed at 8. Sometimes she's waking up in the middle of the night now and like yelling about stuff. But say even if she doesn't wake up in the middle of the night, she might sleep until like 9. And I'm like, why are we sleeping so long? 13 hours? That's a long time. Like, I have to wake you up eventually because you need to nap. Although we are transitioning into nap/quiet time. Dodger gives off more of a hypnos vibe. He gets it. If I could be the personification of sleep, I would. If somebody could come to me and be like, guess what? This is Spiritfarer, except instead of becoming Charon, you're becoming Hypnos. Here's a blanket that you also use as a cape that says Nap Queen on it. Enjoy your job. I would 100% do that. Be like, hell yeah. Cheers. Oh, Persephone is the best, though. No spoilers for Hades. No spoilers for Hades. We got the credits for Hades last stream, which was awesome. That's all that I'll say. And I felt very emotional. I don't know if it was obvious, but I felt very emotional. It's wild, like, playing that game as much as I have at this point. And then getting a credits scene, I was like, what the fuck? It's like the first roguelite I've ever played where the game actively wanted you to, like, reach an ending. Most of them, they're like, there is no end. You play until you die. It's just chatting. Yeah. Just chatting today. We're doing what we would normally do on a Saturday morning DOOGER, except doing it in the evening. What does your mug say? It says, oofta. Yes, we have applied for a new place to rent. The owner thinks we're pretty cool. We're just waiting on the, like, background check stuff, which is hard for us because we haven't even been in the country for a year. So I had to, like, in the notes section be like, we lived in America until this day. So we have no rental history before then or credit history before then, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm hoping, but I think it should like count for something that the owner is like, yeah, they seem all right. You know? So the only thing that's like up in the air in my mind is if they call our current landlord, if he's gonna. We've been great. Side note, we've been great tenants. So hopefully he'll be like, yeah, they're great. I just want them out of my house. We are moving because the owner really wanted to sell this house and was unable to sell it to us, and then was like, well, if you're not going to buy the house, then I want you out of it. Which was super great. So it went from us living here and being like, yes, we would love to buy this house. Let's like figure this out, to him saying, I need you to buy this house by this day. And us going, oh, we can't do that. And then he was like, well, that's too bad. Then I need you to move out. You have a month. So if he really wants us out of the house, you would think if they called him, he would be like, yeah, they're great. Only a month. I know. Yeah, it sucks. But we found a place. Apparently, Sam, in confidence, told his mom that he thinks the new place is a little cramped. But he could tell that I loved it so much that he was like, yeah, let's just do it. Which is very sweet. But I was like, Sam, if you feel cramped in the house, you should tell me. It's hard, though, you know, because Sam just desperately wants to, like, have a place for us to go and start the process of getting internet set up and all of that. So... And he's a tall boy, and it's hard to find a place where you wouldn't be cramped. So I think in Sam's mind, it's, you know, we just need somewhere to live for the next however long, and then we can hopefully in the future find a place to actually buy, and that can have more ceiling room or whatever. He's 6'4". The door frames of our new house are 16 centimeters shorter than I am. I showed Sam the video of that guy who was like, I'm going to show you, tall dudes, I'm going to show you how to get through door frames without hitting your head. And he's like, basically his pitch is like, if you time out your stride, you can go through the doorway at like a perfect moment in the stride. And Sam was like, I'm not going to fucking do that. What are you talking about? Like, what the fuck? I'm not going to walk through life and then every time I see a door frame, like, count out my steps. What the fuck? Who cares that much about looking cool going through doors, right? If you're tall, I think you probably just auto duck anyway. It is. It's an old Omocat Pokemon crossover design. Real tall men take the door frame to the forehead with pride, as though UDG marked. Yeah, I'm 5 foot. I will never experience all of these issues, but I do live with a tall, gentle person. A tall glass of water. I'm dating a tall glass of water. Dating? I'm married to a tall glass of water. Did you guys see that picture of him? Look, I know that it cropped on his crotch, but I hope that didn't stop you from opening that photo. The entire day I was like, Sam, look at how hot you are in this picture. And he was like, could you not? That is from like a decade ago. Could you not just like keep throwing that in my face? Look at him. Look at him. Cute. Who is that? It's my husband. That's my husband without the beard. Any of you who watch Strippin and don't know pre-beard Strippin, that's my husband. What happened? He started dating me and I was like, you know what is a really good look? Long hair and a beard and plaid. And he was like, I'm not wearing plaid. I hate it, but but I'll try the beard. And then he got addicted to it. I'm like, that part's not my fault, right? I just encouraged him to try it out. It is a good look. Look, he's handsome regardless. And if he really likes the beard. I do think sometimes, though, from talking with my friends and also my husband, from talking with people who have beards, I think sometimes you almost sort of like, you get to a point where you've had the beard for so long that you're like, I'm not totally sure what my face shape is right now. And there's like a layer of anxiety about shaving. Because you're like, bodies fluctuate, right? Like I'm not totally sure like what my face looks like currently. It's a sunk cost issue as well. It takes a long time to get a good beard. That's totally fair. I used to, because remember, I didn't have hair that was longer than like this for most of my life. Most of my life, I kept it really, really short. And then I grew it out in my 20s for like really the first time. And in high school, I remember people that I was on dance team with being like, oh, I would love to cut my hair, but like, I don't think that, like, it's scary. The idea of cutting my hair is scary. And I would always be that asshole who was like, it grows back, right? Like, because I just always had short hair. So I was like, just fucking do it, right? And then I actually like grew my hair out for a while, and I was like, no, it totally, that starts to be a thing for you. It's like, but I've spent so much time growing it. Like, what if I cut it and I fucking hate it? And I'm like, it's gonna take so long to get it long again, right? I get it now. And I realized that I was an asshole. Yeah. I'm getting a pixie cut next weekend. I hope I like it. Gotta go for it, right? I get mine cut short once a year and then grow it the rest of the year. Yeah, well, I was showing chat, like, my hair's grown a decent amount since, I think when I got it cut was November, maybe? Like, it's already decently long somehow. Why am I so white? Genetics. It's already like pretty long in comparison to how long it was last time I got it cut. Cause I think I got it cut like here. And I'm like, how did it grow this much? Like, look at my roots. What the fuck? How did it grow this much? It's like kind of wild to me. So now I'm going, should I just get it super short? Should I just get it super short? That is a pretty dark lipstick. It is. I don't know if you mean like pretty dark, like extremely dark, or if you mean pretty dark lipstick. Either way, it's both true. Both are true. How did you get it to grow a different color like that? The blend of your roots and blonde is great. Is it? I keep telling Sam I think I'm probably just gonna like do it all one color pretty soon here, because it's getting to the point where I don't like the, like, it's like half and half currently, and I'm not a huge fan of it. But Sam was like, you haven't done red hair in years. I was like, holy shit, you're right. I haven't done red hair in years. So part of me like is thinking about doing red hair again because it's been so long. Hey, bud. Do you want to land on my finger, become part of my aesthetic currently? No? Okay, that's fine. How long has it been since red hair? Am I drunk? No. There's a huge moth in here, and he keeps acting like he wants to commune with me, like I'm a fairy princess, and then he just fucking leaves. Last time that I had red hair was, I want to say, when I met Sam, which was 2000... I can't even tell. 2012/2013. Yeah, I think like a while ago. Just watch your old vlogs and check. Yeah, of course it's documented. I'm just saying, I think the last time that I dyed it red was right before I met Sam. So whatever year that was that we did like GemuCon and all of that. That would be it. That's the one. Yeah, it's been a while, right? There are vlogs from 2012. Yeah, I was still doing coffee time in 2012. You did red earlier than that. Oh, yeah. I was red a bunch in like the early days of my channel and everything. Oh my God, I did red a ton. I did orange, red, like all different variations of red. Yeah, I did a decent amount of that. I did purple. I did white and that whole thing. But yeah, there's a reason that like the little Dodger icon, the base version of it is orange hair. Yeah, I had green. That's right. I had green hair when we did the very first TGS podcast. I had green hair. Oh my God, I totally forgot about that. In the before 4 times. I Have a Boyfriend was January 2014. The London vlogs are March 2013. Oh shit. That's wild. I don't think I've seen Green Doogs. Oh, this was so pretty. I loved this hair color. This color was super pretty. I loved that. I'm sure I can find the green hair though. Oh, this. Yep. This was when, okay, wait, get rid of that one. So that one's very pretty, right? This one was me putting a color on my head and then having a completely different color in my conditioner bottle, and it just kept mixing in the weirdest fucking way possible. Oh, it won't go in there. Why not? Why not? I guess we'll just... Oh my God. Oh yeah, when I was on tabletop. Oh, that was my hair when I was on tabletop as well. It's this. Oh, that's fuzzy. But that was the hair. That was when, yeah, I had like a weird grass green color. I had like a weird grass green color in the bottle, but then the color that I had put in my hair was called like Enchanted Forest or something. So it started off as like a really pretty like tealy sort of color, and then and then over time it got greener and greener and greener, because that's what a friend of mine had. A friend of mine had like just leftover like grass green color Manic Panic, I think, and I was like, sick, I'll take that and just use that in my bottle. That's fine. Oh my God. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Satellite radio. Oh. that shit. Look at me. Oh my God. I was doing all kinds of crazy shit with my hair, dude. Oh God, and the Turn Me On video? Oh, it was like that weird, like, orangey, pinky, reddy color. Ugh. Oh, Jesus Christ. How long did Manic Panic stay in your hair? I want to try it, but I'm not so sure. Manic Panic washes out very quickly. It doesn't have a bunch of, like, extra chemicals and weird shit to make it just dig into your hair and never leave. But something that I would do, which is why the green hair turned out this way. Something that I would do with it is I would dye my hair and then take whatever was left. If I had any of it left, I would put it into a bottle with a conditioner and then mix those together. So every time I conditioned my hair, I was like reapplying color. So that's a hack that a lot of people do. But if you use a different color in your conditioner, it slowly turns into something totally different, doesn't it? Got a little wild in there, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's also true. When I've dyed my hair, I only ever wash it in cold water. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I haven't done red in forever. I might go for that. That would be fun. Thank you so much, everybody who's been subbing and resubbing and all that goodness. We're gonna try to keep the stream to only a couple of hours because Gerard is currently doing Indie Land. So we'll do our couple of hours of chitty chatty, and then I'll shoot you back over to Gerard. I think that's who we were hosting before. He is doing his yearly Indie Land, which is a huge indie games event that raises money for Alzheimer research. And he puts a ton of work into it, and it's super lovely, and he plays with friends and with devs, and it's great. So no, we're skipping this week because of Indie Land, yeah. Dave, happy 5 years. Thank you very much. Yeah. Good guy, Gerard. He's wonderful. He works his butt off. In everything he does, he works his butt off. He's great. What about Ombre? Like, so some people are like, I love this, right? I love this, like, it's this for half and then it's this for half. Some of you guys think this looks great. Adelaide Jewel, thank you for the 4 years. Happy anniversary. Oh my gosh, 2 anniversaries in a row. I don't think I would like brown into red. I think brown into blonde, I'm okay with, but I'm still not super into it. This is like a Billie Eilish does this shit, right? Is that why everybody super likes it right now? She does like black and then green and like all that sort of stuff. I don't think that I don't enjoy it that much. Yeah, the like big block colors going down. I don't know how I feel about it. If Zacky Wacky appears in another one of Arcadum's games, will you log into RP and help out, or is Arcadum just going to RP you instead? I think we've all told Arcadum that if our character is going to show up in another campaign, we want to be able to play them, or at least be given the option. So, I've talked with Arcadum a little bit about like what I think would be going on with Zach, but yeah, no spoilers for Strange Roads. Yeah. For anybody who doesn't know, Strange Roads ended. We will get some form of a season 2, but it might be in a few months, so there will be a time skip. But Arcadum has confirmed that all of us, depending on what we've told him we would be doing as characters, all of us could show up in other campaigns, which is why they were asking that. So, like, they could be doing Tearing Veil or Broken Bonds or whatever. And if there's a story reason for them to interact with one of our characters, we might show up. And Arcadum can play us, or we can say, I want to play myself. That's sort of a thing, so. It's weird seeing all my friends play and talk about D&D, but not having anything to do with it. I was actually thinking that, JP, in the middle of talking about that. I was like, it's so weird that JP's in chat and I'm talking about a D&D thing, but like it's not a roleplay thing. Hi, Siren. I'm currently starting the epilogue and I'm sad it's ending. Oh my god. Nichterhorst like drew some stuff and sent it to me and was like, I'm watching it right now. I almost said something about the epilogue, and then Nick was like, oh, I'm just starting the epilogue now, and I was like, oh, thank god I didn't say anything. Thank goodness. One day I will join a crew. It's fine. Have you played Siren? Has anyone done a recap of Strange Roads? I can't get into the first few episodes. That's fair. I have not done a recap, but I did say I would. I should try to. For like the first 6 episodes, right? Yeah. Oh, spoopy bits for the upcoming spoopy month. I'm heading to bed early. Catch you all in November. Oh, Arnar. Be safe on the boat. We're all thinking of you. Evening DOOGER. Yeah, we weren't able to do Saturday morning DOOGER, so we pushed it Saturday evening DOOGER instead. Cats are okay. Sherlock has a bunch of like knots in the back of his hair, and I keep saying to Clark like, oh, we really need to get a cat brush for Sherlock so that we can help him get rid of his knots. And of course, because Clarky is so cute, literally every day she's like, Mommy, we need a cat brush. You need to buy a cat brush for Sherlock. And I'm like, you're right. You're right, Clarky Warky. You're right. So demanding. She's got a good memory, man. She's got a good memory. Yeah. Haven't come here in a while. How's life? Yeah, life's okay. I'm doing all right. Hi, guys. Hello, everyone. We haven't heard back about the house yet, no. But it's out of our hands currently. So fingers crossed. No, I think Godforged is still going. University work to do. I understand. Good luck. Have a good day. Is Watson still licking herself? She hasn't been... She's still got some patches, but I haven't noticed her, like, bleeding or anything recently, so it might be better. But we're still working through, like, the rest of the detergent that we have, because we didn't have that much left. And then, yeah, I'm planning on buying, like, a more sensitive skin one and seeing how that works. I'm so happy it's sweater season, even though it's always sweater season in the UK. It's not, though, is it? Like, summer gets fucking hot. It's been warm. Wait, this isn't morning. It is not, Brett. How are you? Brett, are you doing a run of all of the misdemeanor stuff? Or did you decide to bench that for a day? I still have to put them together. That's fair. What advice would you recommend for nervousness recording an educational video? Who's the educational video for? Is it just something that you're just making for fun, or do you need to make it for school? Like, one of the things that has always helped me if I'm like feeling fidgety while trying to do something, if I have like nervous energy, is to like just have something in my hands. Oh, hi, Kelly. Yeah, it's to just like have something in my hands to like mess with. So if you're able to like keep your hands out of it, then that helps. But it has to, yeah, it depends like what the video is for, if it's supposed to be super professional, or if you're able to like inject some of your personality into it, or... So many of my friends coming by to say hi. How's it going, everybody? Kelly, let me VIP you. Hold on. There we go. Kelly played Mirage in Strange Roads. Get VIP'd. Thank you, Kelly. I was telling everybody I was on a phone call with my mother-in-law today, and she was like, you should wear this every day. This should just be your look. This should be your thing. You should just lean hard into this. Making for fun with my friends, a combination of philosophy and pop culture, like PBS Idea Channel. Oh, well then, like, yeah, at least you don't have to, at least it's just for fun, right? That sounds really cute. I would say, whatever it is that you need to say, if it's scripted, try to just know it backwards and forwards, and that way, you know, you can just, like, have fun with it and know what it is that you need to say. And if it's just like outline style and you're supposed to just kind of like wing your way through it, at least it's recorded. You can just try it a few times. And each time that you do it, you'll feel more confident in it. It's like anytime that I would record a video when I was still doing YouTube all the time, anytime that I would record a video, if something went wrong with the video and I had to re-record it, I would always hem and haw and be like, ugh, I don't want to re-record this. But recording it the second time was always easier, you know? So with every time that you try to do it, it's going to go better. It's just a question of like either having an outline or having a script. Either way, it's going to help you out a ton. Trying to just like wing it entirely is probably going to add more stress than is necessary, you know? Bye, Barbarino. Enjoy. Thanks for showing me Hades. It's so good. It is. It is so good. That game is so good. I'm so glad everybody... I was telling Sam, it's been so fun to watch all of these people get into it. Oh my gosh. Because, you know, like Octo and I are just already in love with it. So to have all of these people that we know suddenly start playing it and being like, wow, this game is fucking awesome, is just... just so happy. I'm so happy to have more people enjoying that game and like to see them getting so much good feedback on it and everything is just wonderful. Every Hades character is so attractive. It's true. Yeah. Well, I was talking to Sam. I was like, Sam, I know that you're not super into roguelites, but I think that you would love Hades. And he was like, I would probably love Hades, but everyone's playing it right now, so I refuse to. Which I get. I do the same thing. And I was like, oh, you have nothing to play on Switch right now. Maybe we could just get it on Switch and then you could play it whenever you wanted. That's me with Final Fantasy 14 right now. And Jesse, oh, I know, dude. Yeah, you're like the biggest cheerleader for Jesse in 14. It's out on Switch now, yeah. Everyone's in chat today. I know. I'm blessed. Have you tried Spelunky 2? I never really got into Spelunky 1. Last time that we mentioned Spelunky, though, I was like, oh, my friend Jeannie is like obsessed with Spelunky. And the second I said that, I had like 2 texts from Jeannie that were like, Spelunky 2 just came out and I'm supposed to be doing homework. Fuck. Like, I'm so sweaty right now. I'm stressing out so hard. I love it. Undermine is also very fun. I hated the controls and the character movement of Spelunky. I just never got into it. I don't know what it is. I never got really into Spelunky. Would you recommend getting Hades on Steam or Switch? I still haven't played it on Switch. People have said that it's a really clean port, that it's like super fun on Switch. They gave me a code for it. I just haven't, to be honest, I went looking for my Switch and I can't find it, which means that it's somewhere. We took it with us when we went to the beach, which doesn't help you. And it should help me. And yet I still have no idea where the fuck it is. So, so I'm like, all right, well, once I find it, I can put this code in. But I've played it a ton on PC with a controller. And it's great. So apparently it's good on either. So whichever one seems like it would be the most convenient for you, go for that. There's a crab playing it somewhere. I just chucked it into the sea. It's a perfect Switch game, IMO. Yeah, I really want to do my restart on Switch because with the PC version, you know, every time there was new content, it just built onto your already created save. And so even now, like getting to the point where I'm beating the game and all of that, it's just part of the previous save, right, that I've been working on this entire time. So I've really wanted to start a totally new game since it came out. Jimmy, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, everybody. Jimmy, I hope you had a good stream. Thank you so much. Jimmy the Brush is a lovely friend of the channel and streamer. They do mini painting. Very talented. Yeah, we're doing good here. I wasn't able to do a Saturday morning DOOGER today, so doing a Saturday evening one. Jimmy sent me, I'm sorry, in advance. You are welcome. All of you are welcome. Hello, hello. Oh, thank you for the gifted subs as well. Thank you, bud. That's very sweet. If you were gifted a sub by Jimmy or anybody else today, be sure that you find out who it was. Take the time to say thank you. It's super generous. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. We're just talking about Hades and how good that game is. But yeah, so I figured if I was going to start a game from scratch and see what the progression of the game is like now that all of the content is in it, I would probably do it on Switch. That makes the most sense, you know. That's all. That was the point I was trying to make. What do you think about Manga Pod reading Jujutsu Kaisen in anticipation of the anime coming out soon? You know what's funny is I don't know anything about Jujutsu Kaisen, and I keep seeing people talking about it. I think because the anime is coming out now. I don't know anything about it, but we want to read it. So should probably figure out when it's supposed to drop so that we can read it around the same time. The cross saves aren't live yet for Hades, but they are offering that in the future. If I recall correctly, that like eventually soonish, they want you to be able to have cross saves between Steam and Switch. But I don't know like how soon that would be or anything. They didn't put it live yet, I think because they wanted to make sure that the port was already was working properly and that there wasn't anything that they needed to change about that before they actually did the cross save thing. It's been a while since I was here. The room is different since last month, is it not? Since last month? No, it's the same. It's the same. We have to move in the next month, though, so it's going to change. I wish I played Hades first before playing Spiritfarer, so the voice I would have given for Charon would have just been... Yeah, that's true. I loved Bastion and I own Hades, but for no reason at all I haven't actually played it. That's fine. I've noticed that Steam now has started being like, hey, here are some games that you own. Here are games that you own that you've never touched that I'm pretty sure you would like based on the games that you have way too much time sunk into. Which I actually kind of like. I was like, oh, that's kind of nice. It's like, hey, these are games that I'm pretty sure you'd enjoy that maybe you've forgotten you even bought. Just throwing it out there. I know. I love that feature too. BNA, I believe, is an original anime, so there's no manga of it. I believe, like a lot of the original Trigger stuff. I think it's standalone. I own Bastion, Transistor, and Hades, and have played none of them. They're all great. You should definitely play them. Yes, they are doing the cyberpunk stuff. Trigger is. I'm glad Tower of God got an anime. I hope they do it justice. Have you watched it yet? I've watched 6 episodes, something like that. I started watching them with Miss Random Badger, who's one of our mods and is like a IRL friend. We were using it as like an excuse to hop on calls occasionally and like hang out, and we would watch Tower of God. We haven't watched it in a while. But what's hard about Tower of God, right, is that it's great. I've been reading Tower of God for a very long time. Tower of God is a manhwa. It's a Korean webcomic that you can read on Webtoons. And it's great, and it's very long, and there's so much going on. But at the beginning, it doesn't make any goddamn sense. Which is a problem, right? So them turning it into an anime, even though I think honestly the style that they went for with this anime is really good, and I think that it matches up with the manga really well, or with the manhwa really well. But it doesn't fix the issue of you watching episode 1 and being like, what the fuck is happening? What the fuck is going on, right? And I'm not even convinced. And I really want to ask Miana, I really want to ask Miss Random Badger when we're done with it, like, how she feels about it. I'm not convinced that you would even finish the first season and be like, okay, I get what this is. Like, the manhwa is the same way. You feel confused for a while. I would still recommend it to people. I still think that it's good. But it's like, you spend a decent amount of time being like, what the fuck? It's like the opposite problem of a manga or a manhwa or any kind of story where they're like, we're gonna info dump you on everything that's going on in this so that you have all of the information, right? And you might read a first chapter or watch a first episode of something that does that and be like, man, I really feel like they could have drip fed that information in a different way that felt more natural. Tower of God is the sort of situation where it's like, we're not going to tell you shit. We're not going to tell you shit. We're going to just go for it, and you're going to just be confused. I finished the first season and I was just mad. What's hard? It's hard because I feel like I've already started a new sentence like that and then finished it, and now I'm just starting another one. But I'm totally fine with things saying, I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm dropping you in the middle, or I'm dropping you at what's technically the beginning of a new story, which is what Tower of God does. I'm dropping you at the start. But you don't necessarily know anything about like what's going on around this story, right? Which is, again, what Tower of God does. The problem with Tower of God is that it exists inside of a world that is totally incoherent in comparison to ours. So it's not like you can go in and be like, most of this makes sense, and there's occasional confusing things, and it hasn't told me what's going on yet, but that's okay, right? It's like, I'm going to start you at the beginning of this character Bam's story, but the whole world is fucking weird. Everybody in it is fucking weird. The rules make no sense. The structure makes no sense. And eventually you'll start to understand stuff. Eventually you will start to understand stuff, and things will start to be explained, and dots will connect, right? Which is why people are like super into the webcomic. But like, there's such a long period of time where you're like, I don't know what's going on. So yeah. Isn't it the same for the main character, though? Yes. But the main character, well, it's hard. Bam, as a main character, is single-minded, right? Like, he has one goal. I'm going to try to talk about this as vaguely as I can for anybody who's like, I haven't attempted Tower of God yet. Again, I still recommend it to people. I still think it's a fantastic manhwa. I think that getting through the webcomic is a lot quicker and easier than getting through the anime. So if I was going to recommend one, I would recommend the manhwa, even though I do again really like the style that they went with for the anime. I just think that it takes more time to watch the anime, which means it's more time that you're sitting there fucking confused and annoyed, right? But Bam, as a main character, has one goal, like is laser focused on his like one thing that he's trying to do. And so he just 100% commits to whatever he's told to do. And as a viewer or a reader, you're going, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? So Bam is not a... The reason I'm saying this is because I think typically if there's a character that's put into the story that also has no idea what's going on, typically that character will also be a little bit more of like a straight man, for lack of a better term, more of like an everyman character, right? That you can kind of connect with, and their reactions sort of mirror your reactions in a way. It's like they're confused when you're confused. They question things when you question things, etc. That's not Bam. That's not Bam at all. Bam goes in and is like, I don't know what's going on and I don't care. And it's you don't feel like he's a good like leeway into understanding what's happening. If that makes sense. I feel like compared to the other characters, he lacks personality. But again, there's an in-universe reason for that. Yeah, totally. Sold. I'm starting to read it now. Yeah. I mean, you can read it for free on Webtoons, and it's the legal way to read it. If you already have Webtoons, just try it out. It's like, there is 100% a reason that people love it so much. It's just, at the beginning, you're like, what? Bam is the tour guide that doesn't care. Yeah. But do I want another webcomic to follow? I don't know. Do you? A friend of mine just started theirs. Covenant just started. So that's only got 5 chapters out now, I think. If you want to get in on the ground floor of a new webcomic. This one is called Tower of God, the one that we were just talking about. It's a long-running Korean webcomic. Oh my god, I just started reading Uzumaki. That shit's crazy. Uzumaki! My 10 out of 10 horror manga. I love Uzumaki. It's my favorite horror manga ever. There are frames from Uzumaki that I still think about sometimes. Junji Ito is just like the sweet old grandpappy of body horror. And he's just so good at it. And there are just frames from his stuff that I think about and I'm like, I love it. Uzumaki is a trip. It's an absolute trip. I am excited for a Noblesse anime, but People are saying that it's probably not going to look as good as the OVA. I'm trying to remember why that was. But we'll see. Noblesse is another manhwa that's very popular about vampires. And it is also very fun, and I like it very much. And it's also very weird. I know. That's what I'm saying. He's just like a sweet, cute old man. And he's like, don't you like when bodies snap in half? Like, I just love him. He's just got a cute little family. I love him. Who doesn't love a good old body snap? Does your husband stream on Twitch? He does. You can find him at twitch.tv/strippin, STRIPPIN. He is not a stripper, but he's very cute. I remember hearing he was asked to give advice to younger comic artists, and he said, sleep more. He's wholesome. Oh, Neighboros, I have no idea how to say that name. Was Sam's name originally about the adjective and not the verb? No, so it used to be ST_Rippin. And then I think, was it World of Warcraft? Where you couldn't use dashes. So he just mashed it all together. So it was capital S, capital T, Rippin. So it was Strippin, but with capitals ST. And then it just turned into Strippin. Yeah, because his initials are ST, Sam Thorne. What can you do? Yeah, he was the saint of Rippin. Exactly. He didn't think it through, or did he? Or did he? Look, he stripped on stream for charity one time. To be fair, that was literally the first thing my mom found when looking for him, though. Did she approve? Yeah. But she was like, maybe you don't let your dad see that. What am I hearing? Buggies? Ghosts? One of those. People's display names always have the weirdest origin stories. I love when those sorts of things are going around that's like, explain your username. And there's always a few people who are like, it's my name. It's my real name. No, but for real. I'm hearing it's like a scratching noise, And remember, there's like definitely a huge moth in here. So I'm like, did the moth get stuck somewhere? Poor moth. There's a squadron of moths in the walls. That's fine. Out of all of the things that could be stuck in the walls, moths, that's fine. It's loud. I know you guys can't hear it, but for me, it's loud. And I'm like, where is she? Side note, I was trying to figure out if I wanted to play, if I wanted to make, if I wanted to make essentially Shino from Naruto as a D&D character, I'm trying to figure out how I could build that. In Naruto, there's an entire bloodline of people who just have insects in their bodies. Who just have insects in their bodies. And then they can like control them and use them. So I'm like, is there like a variation on a druid that you could do to basically just be Shino? The bloodline would end with me. I do know that that's Unearthed Arcana, right, is Swarmkeeper. I remember Sam looking at Swarmkeeper stuff, but I can't remember the exact, like, specifications of it. Spore Druid? What the fuck is that? Druids of the Circle of Spores find beauty in decay. Oh my god. They see within the mold and fungi. Oh my god. This is all like, yeah, fungus stuff and decay stuff. Really? Gmart's character is a spore druid? That's not Shino, though. I want bugs in my body. Swarmkeeper, I think, is more... Hold on. Oops! I almost got rid of you. I didn't mean to. Swarmkeeper is a ranger type. That's right. Sorry. I think this is a review. Yeah, it is. Because it's like level 3 Swarmkeeper magic. This feature is, to be blunt, terrible. Yikes. You magically attract a swarm of fey spirits that look like tiny beasts of your choice. The swarm remains in your space, crawling on you or through your clothing, or flying and skittering immediately around you within your space. They live in my body, I decide. Interesting. Bugs in me, Brett. Brett, did you ever watch Naruto? This is important. This is the only way to truly understand what's going on right now. Gross in the shell. In Naruto, like, so, you know, people meme on, like Itachi's eyes, right? And the Sharingan and all of that sort of shit. So any of you who haven't watched Naruto but have heard like those goofs, those are what's called bloodline techniques inside of Naruto. So in Naruto, like there are specific like ninja families that have bloodline techniques. And so there's an entire family, and literally their bloodline shit is that they just have bugs that live in their bodies. How do I do that? How do I do that? A bug line technique. Yeah, I do think that some of this stuff it could just be flavor text, right? They could be totally normal spells that exist inside of D&D, and you don't have to change any of the like numbers associated with it. But you're just like, I shoot them with bugs, right? Yeah, it's a symbiotic relationship. So you are the hive, essentially. Wait a minute, grabs notes. Yeah. I am the hive now. I do think reflavoring spores would be the easiest solution. It makes sense. Brett already brainstorming. I know. I know, dude. Anyways. I can't remember why this came up, but here we are. I know that it's my fault. I know that I brought it up. I'm just saying I don't remember why I thought of it. There's a pre-existing creature that's made up of a swarm of insects. Oh, yeah. I know somebody who was like... Or, no. I think someone responded to one of my D&D tweets. They might be watching right now. What's up? Somebody was like, I really want to play... a suit of armor, but it's just animated by bees. Which I thought was such a funny idea. Shino's whole attack is throwing wasps at a dude. How did he not win at everything in that universe? I know, dude. I don't know how Shino wasn't just the automatic winner of so many situations. Just like, I'm about to cover your entire body in bugs. Like, are you prepared for that? Well, I mean, I guess if you're a bunch of bugs, if you're a bunch of like sentient bugs that are all like hive mind inside of a suit of armor or something, and you animate it as bugs, and then you had the spell message, you could just communicate with people mentally, but then they would know that something hinky was going on, you know. There's a bug on the floor. Is it my moth? Where? Is it my moth? By the door? Oh, there you are. It's climbing the door. Good shout, chat. Hi, sweetheart. Do you need to get out? Do you want to escape? Many a bug has died in these hallowed halls. They did Shino dirty in Boruto. Look. Not everybody could be epic shit. But Shino should have been epic shit. Did you ever find that spider that was trucking along the floor? Oh gosh, who even knows? There's so many spiders in this house because we're all just like super chill with spiders here. So just like let them hang. Once they reach a certain size, Clarky's like, let's put it outside, which I totally agree with. But the tiny ones, we just let do whatever they want, so. Could you catch it in a cup and set it free? I think I could. It's in like a weird corner currently. Yeah, I don't want to hurt the moth. But I also... Oh, she fell. Honey, you okay? The Great Ascent begins again. I don't understand. Here's the thing that I don't get, right? Is like, in Naruto, the creativity bucks quite a bit, right? Because you just wind up with families like Shinos, where literally all of them just look like a bunch of Shinos, right? And I'm like, who married into this family? You can't tell. You can't tell which one's married in, right? Like, you literally just can't tell. Like, a lot of the families wind up feeling that way. Kiba's family is the same way. Kiba's family, they're all just like a bunch of feral dog people. And I'm like, who's like, what happened? Like, how did this happen? Would anyone marry into the bug family? I don't know. But it just, like, I can't tell if up to the point, this is the Peppa Pig quandary all over again. Like up until the point of Naruto's generation was everybody just like, we must keep the bloodline pure. We must all just marry each other. Like, what? Like, what was the plan here? What was happening? It doesn't make any sense. How come all of the Hyugas look the same? Why do they all have the eyeballs? It doesn't make any sense. Who married in? It drives me crazy. I think about this with Peppa Pig all the time because I was talking to Aaron the other day and I was like, Aaron, I've been trying to figure out, because I'm an adult watching a kid's show and I can't just watch it just based on its own merit. Whenever I'm watching Peppa Pig, I'm like, everybody's gonna have to like move away, right? If they want to start families, they're all gonna have to like find people in different towns. They've already established that every single adult in this town also grew up in this town and somehow managed to convince their partners to either like move to Peppa Pig Village, or if it's Mummy and Daddy Pig, they literally met at daycare and like they were like, we're the only pigs in this town, high five, and just got married and had Peppa and George, right? And I'm like, there's no other, like, there's literally one of every animal in this town. Right? There's like one giraffe kid, there's one wolf kid, there's Peppa and George. The siblings are different, right? Peppa and George are the only pigs. All of the rabbit kids are related, like, etc. And so I'm like, where are they gonna go if they want like a partner that they could have children with? Where are they gonna go? What's the plan here? And I was talking with Aaron and I was like, I realized the only options here are like there are a bunch of dog characters, I guess, like canines. So like there's Freddie Fox and there's Wendy Wolf and there's Danny Dog. And I was like, I guess they could have like a weird sordid love triangle. That would be the most drama this town could possibly have. Heavy Powered Hero KO, thank you for the 40 gift subs while I'm ranting about Peppa Pig. Thank you very much. That is an incredible amount of subs. Thank you so much. If you were gifted a sub just now, please make sure that you say thank you. I appreciate it. Apparently this conversation tickled you. The Peppa Pig love triangles. Yeah. Obviously, Danny is the focus of the love triangle because he's the most delightful one. Literally all that he wants to do is hang out and play pirates. That's like all that he does. Freddie Fox is like on track to be a degenerate. His dad is. And then like, and Wendy Wolf comes from a family where they just keep implying that they're going to eat people, but don't actually do it. Danny's the only wholesome one. Like, definitely the one that everyone's focused on. Again, I thought about this too much because I'm just like stuck in a loop. Whenever Clark gets back into the zone where she's like, I want to watch Peppa Pig, it just happens all over again where I'm like, I'm stuck here. I'm stuck here. There's a book. Clark has a book. I was talking about this the other day, I think. Clark has a book that's called Peppa and Friends that goes through like all of her friends and what they like to do together. And it's very cute. At the end, it's George. It's like George is Peppa's friend, but an extra special friend because he's her little brother, blah, blah, blah. And it's very cute. And I was reading this book with Clarky. Sam bought it for her at the supermarket. And then she was like, I want to read this for bedtime. And we were reading it together. And I was like, where is Freddie Fox? Where is Freddie Fox? This poor kid gets hung out to dry all the time. Wendy is like, wouldn't it be funny if I ate you? Haha, just kidding. Unless, well, Wendy is fine. This is like, I just don't know. Wendy's parents are the ones who are like, hello, Daddy Pig. How funny to meet you out here. Maybe we should all have lunch together. Or like the first episode you meet them, they're like, what a lovely house you've built us. And Daddy Pig, what is your house made out of? And he's like, bricks. I'm like, these people literally got into town and were like, I'm thinking about eating you. And that's like, that's their whole goof. And then the foxes are there to make jokes about eggs. So there's one episode. I'm sorry, you're just stuck here with me now. There's one episode where Grandpa Pig is explaining to the kids that some animals eat at night. So he's like, we need to make sure that the chickens get back into the chicken coop because some animals eat at night. And then he turns around and he goes, oh, hello, Mr. Fox. And Freddy's dad is just standing there next to the coop and is like, hey, I was just going for a walk. Have a good night. They do that shit all the time. And I'm like... like, literally, the Fox family and the Wolf family are just set up as, like, one day somebody in this town is going to die. Somebody in this town is going to die, and it's going to be one of them. What are we talking about? We're talking about Peppa Pig. Plus 300 viewers since we started talking about Peppa Pig. Fuck my life. But yeah, long story short, building off of the Naruto conversation about how like all of these families manage to all have the exact same bloodline and who marries into them, etc. The only ones that could even potentially consider romance of like a maybe we could have kids someday sort of fashion in Peppa Pig are the canines, I think. I think that's it. I don't think anybody else has an option there. No, there's an entire episode of Peppa where they go to the zoo. They're animals. It's so weird. Peppa is weird. Peppa's a really weird show. You mean prison? They like come to the zoo and they run into a lion, and Madame Gazelle is like, oh no, a lion is loose. And the lion's like, no, I run the tour. They don't even know which animals are sentient and which ones aren't. Or rather, they don't know which animals have like prescribed to a human style society. like they have no idea. It's so weird. The Peppa Pig lore doesn't make any sense. Yeah. The other person who worked at the zoo was a crocodile. And again, there was a scene where Madame Gazelle was like, should we all stop and eat lunch? And then, sorry, that was not her accent at all. Should we all stop and eat lunch? And then the lion and the crocodile are on either side of her and are like, yes, I'm quite hungry. So let's all have our sack lunches. And I'm like, I hate how often they do this joke. It's just for the parents. It's just for the parents to acknowledge, like, we know that these things should be trying to eat each other, but we're not going to do it because it's a kid's show. There's like so many. We need a Peppa Pig watch party with Dodger commenting on it as it plays. I'll grab all of the episodes I have an issue with. I'll smush them all together into a YouTube video, and then we'll watch it really quickly before it gets taken down. Fucking Peppa Pig, man. That's a fucked up joke for a kid's show, to be honest. I love it. Yeah, there's a lot of that. They do that a lot. Oh, the episode you have an issues with? How many are there? Many. There are many issues. One of the characters in Peppa Pig is a potato. Like a sentient giant potato that's bigger than the kids, bigger than the adults. It's like a huge ass potato. And there's an episode where he's like, remember kids to eat your vegetables. And he's like listing off fruits and vegetables. And one of the kids is like, potatoes? And he goes, and that's the end of the joke. Like, eat your fruits like apples and pears and eat carrots and one of the kids is like, and potatoes? And then there's a really awkward pause. It's like so weird. It's so weird. It's a wild show. Because French fries, guys. Madame Gazelle is the only other French character. There's Madame Gazelle, and there's Mr. Potato, who is also Super Potato. Confirmed they are the same person. Wait. Actually, I can't remember now if Mr. Potato and Super Potato are the same person. Not that it matters. I'm actually delighted that there's something about this show that I can't remember in excruciating detail. Am I gonna have to watch this goddamn kids show for the lore? If you're trying to watch it for lore, you're not gonna get very far. The only people who watch enough of this show to start concocting stupid shit like I have are parents or people who just watch kids. People who are like, all right, this kid really likes Peppa. I guess we're going to sit here and watch Peppa. And then you're trapped there and you're watching Peppa. And then you start to be like, wait a fucking minute. This doesn't make any goddamn sense. And then you just got to know. Did I get a new tattoo? No. I would love to get a new tattoo. It's hilarious. The viewership keeps increasing with this Peppa Pig talk. Welcome, everyone. I'm a parent of a toddler. And somehow I managed to take this conversation from the delightful adult place of Uzumaki into the fairly accessible place of Naruto, and now we're in Peppa Pig, and apparently that's the content that y'all want, so welcome. I did the same thing with VeggieTales when I worked at a nursery. Have you watched the new VeggieTales? That's the sigh of, 'cause I have. $10:45 already? Oh my god, my nose is running like crazy. Ugh. No, I'm not going to tell you about the new VeggieTales. I refuse. I will not be telling you about the new VeggieTales. Don't get me started on new Bob the Builder. There's new Bob the Builder? I never watched Bob the Builder, though, so I don't feel like... Why can't they make new stuff? That's, you know... Ugh. My nose is running like crazy. They do make new stuff. Honestly, all of my favorite kids shows right now, I think, are the ones from Ireland. Pablo is so good. I love Pablo. Clark doesn't always want to watch Pablo. Sometimes I put Pablo on and she's like, no, not Pablo. I'm like, but Pablo is so good. But Pablo is so good. The Larry Boy theme song is an absolute banger. Larry Boy and the Rumor Weed was a video that I had when I was a kid. I'm a rumor weed. Yes, it's true. I'm a rumor weed. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's all about how rumors can get out of hand and hurt people's feelings. And that it's better not to gossip and spread rumors. Pocoyo is great. Pocoyo is great. I'm sad that Stephen Fry doesn't still do the narrator voice for Pocoyo, but it's adorable. Clarky is sounding more and more English every day, it feels like. My life is, Mommy, can you grab me a strawberry? Mommy, can I have a biscuit? It's very cute. I'm either mum or I'm mommy. I'm not mummy. I'm mum or I'm mommy. Which is very cute. But yeah, it's getting really strong now. This accent. It's very cute. How many times can I say my daughter's cute in the next couple of minutes? 1 million. If she calls you madam, you've already lost the accent battle. Oh yeah, again though, I still don't know where she's getting madam from. Thank you, madam. Do you give her English or American biscuits? Well, American biscuits don't exist here. And if somebody's about to be like, they do, Dodger, they're called scones, I'm gonna lose it. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. I nearly lent into talking about it, and I'm not going to. What I have learned since moving here is people take English food and American food and the differences between them and the ways in which they overlap very seriously. People care a lot about what a biscuit is and what a scone is and all sorts of other things. When is the next Hades stream? Monday. I'm getting my eyes checked on Monday as well. I'm very excited. I was like, I'm sick of being blind sometimes. So I'm going to get my eyes checked out and I'm going to get me some goddamn glasses. I'm very excited. I know. Do you think they'll have grandma glasses there for me? I don't know. We're going to find out. I've been avoiding watching your Hades streams, but are you happy with what they've added? Yes. I've been very happy with all of the stuff that came out with 1.0. We have gotten as far as getting the credits. So I reached the credits scene in the game. And I felt very emotional. And even still, there's way more to do. So I'm very happy with it. Yeah, they called me on, today. They called me this morning. I was like, they called me on Saturday, which was today. They called me this morning, and they were like, hey, we just want to get the rundown with you on, like, how this is going to go, which I appreciated. Like, we're all wearing shields. You have to wear a mask, etc., etc. So it was nice to get that phone call and have them like lay out, this is what you can expect when you show up and this is what we're expecting from you. So yeah. I love that impression of yourself. I know. Did you like the cat mask? Oh my god, I love it. Yeah, I love it. And Sam wore the blue one when we went to the wedding as well. And it looked very classy with his outfit. John sent us a couple of really nice masks. Yeah, my mom has also had to get like a couple of really important dental things done during this whole thing, and she was like, it's weird. It's really weird to wear a mask in there and then lay down and then take the mask off and have somebody in your mouth. Oh, Too Busy Earning. We love that song. Too busy earning, can't get enough. We love that whole Tales from the Borderlands soundtrack is so good. It's so good. Does Clark like to sing like her mom? Yeah, I was talking to Sam because was it yesterday that we were talking about like if Clark if Clark was a class in D&D, what would it be? And I was like, Bard. I mentioned that to Sam. I was like, people in chat were asking if Clark was a class in D&D, what she would be. And Sam was like, Bard. We did play that game together. It's very good. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah. It's been weird, like, because again, my sister-in-law, the one who just got married, my sister-in-law, you know, had her baby right before the pandemic, like literally right before lockdown. So, has had like months there with no help whatsoever with a newborn, which is similar to how Sam and I were, but like not something I would wish on anybody. And I keep being like, oh man, I want to I want to watch Nettie. I want Nettie to come over. He's so cute. He's huge. Oh my god. He's 7 months old, I think. 7 or 8 months old now. However long lockdown has been. And is already in year-old clothes. So I like dropped off a bunch of Clark's old, like, kind of like more masculine clothes to their house because they were like, he's just skipping the 9-month clothing. He's going straight to 1 year. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, Zenny Optical is nice. That's where I bought my, like, pretty much all of my lenses when I was in college. Yeah, he big. Nettie. Clarky's always been tiny. He's power leveling. They say you double the height of a 2-year-old and that's going to be their height fully grown. That's not real. That's not real. Yeah, Zenny is nice because they're very cheap, or at least they have lots of like really cheap options. So if you're somebody who's like, I don't know that I want to commit, like I love these bright green glasses, but I don't think I want to commit to wearing those every day. I should probably have an option that's more just plain. If you're able to go on a website like Zenny and just like put in your details and then get a couple of cheap frames for potentially less than you would pay for like an expensive pair of frames. Like I for me, that was really worth it. Well, my eyes aren't bad enough that it makes any sense to get surgery. They're also not bad enough that it makes any sense for me to wear contacts. I wore contacts for a while and sort of gave up on them because I have astigmatism. And so even with the contacts that are for astigmatism eyeballs, it still was like weird. And every type that I tried was scratchy and strange. So I just didn't like them. And I was like, my eyes aren't bad enough that I can't just like wear glasses when I need them. But the last time that I went in, when I got my granny glasses originally, right? Rest in peace, granny glasses. I miss you. When I got my granny glasses originally, he was like, your eyes definitely are continuing to like degrade, right? Your astigmatism is getting worse. So your eyes are going to continue to like fluctuate. And you're probably going to hit the point where you do need to wear glasses most of the time. And I was like, cool. Very cool. I don't mind that. I actually like myself in glasses. But when you lose them, like I did, it sucks. So what happened to the granny glasses? So when I was pregnant, we were invited to Vegas, this was like early on in the pregnancy. We were invited to Vegas to celebrate John and Jenna's anniversary with them. And so we did. And so people like to joke like, oh, you lost them in Vegas because you were so drunk. I didn't drink anything because I was building a baby. I didn't drink a goddamn thing. I have no idea where I left these glasses or why I left them. But yeah, they are in Vegas somewhere. Unfortunately. And I miss them dearly. Oh, everything is Imperial units in Fahrenheit for me still, yeah. But I found that everything I do in the kitchen, I just use a scale for. So that's been helping me a lot. I'm starting to like understand like an amount of flour in terms of grams and stuff like that, instead of trying to adjust to like a different cup size or things like that, or trying to figure out like, well, how much, like what is a cup of flour turned into grams? Now it's just like, I kind of have an idea of how much 200 grams of flour is. Celsius versus Fahrenheit. I know that nearly everything cooks in the oven at 200 degrees Celsius. You can set the oven to 200 degrees Celsius and cook just about anything. And I know that 30 degrees is too hot outside, and that 20 degrees is like maybe a little too cold. And that's what I know. 20 degrees is too cold. Is it not? See? I don't even know what I'm talking about. I like that some of you are saying it's room temperature and some of you are saying it's hot. What temperature is it now? Let's find this out. Oh, God, Sam, you're so hot. Okay, hold on. I still had the picture of him up. Okay, wait a sec. Oh, it's 11 degrees outside, and it's fine. I've got the window open and everything. So yeah, 20 degrees must be fine. But the houses here hold in the heat. So if the house is holding in heat from the day and it's 11 degrees outside and we've got 11 degree like air coming into the house and sort of mixing with the warmer air. Yeah. Hi, Joe. How's it going, bud? All my friends are coming by to say hi. I'm losing it. It's delightful. We've got Godforge tomorrow, right? People were asking, and I said yes. Yeah, okay, cool. Why are we talking about the metric system? Because I've lived in America my whole life and now live in England. So people like to consistently ask, like, do you understand Celsius yet? Which I just displayed that I don't at all. Showed Joe the picture of Strippin. He probably saw it. You saw the cute picture of Sam, right? Yeah. He's cute. He's so smoochable. What a cute Panic at the Disco boy. So many people were like, oh, it's the guy from Smallville, which is fair. Does USA use stone? Not at all. If you come to the USA and you're like, yeah, I weigh about 8 stone, people won't know what the fuck you're talking about. Stone is a nonsense unit. It's a nonsense unit that 100% shows up on official forms, I've noticed, which is ridiculous. How much do you weigh? This many stone? Like, what? I'll never forget the first time that Sam was like, God, I've lost like a stone of muscle. And I was like, what? What? What the fuck does that mean? Sam is a golem. Yeah, it's a weird thing to say. Classy! Hello, thank you. The bathroom scale in my parents' house uses stone. Where are all the gaming collections? Like, in my world, in my background? When we moved, I said, fuck it. Everybody else can have my games. Everything I play is digital anyway. I have no reason to keep any of my games. The only ones I kept are my favorites. And then I gave all of my manga. Any manga that my friends wanted, I let them have, and then the rest of it I donated to libraries. And I kept most of my graphic novels. So right there are my graphic novels. Back there are a couple of games, a couple of movies. Those are art books, and the Sherlock Holmes collection. And then a bunch of fucking bomas. And that's all I have. All these people I have a huge nerd crush on are showing up in your chat. Lightning only strikes 20 times. Why all the Bulmas? Why not all the Bulmas? I have not watched Enola Holmes yet. I need to watch it with Jeannie and Kristen and I are talking about watching it together. I want to so bad. Henry Cavill is Sherlock? What year is it? I thought everything this year was supposed to be cursed. It's really fucking good. I can't wait. I can't wait. I love that they got sued over making that movie because Sherlock had too many emotions. Like, this is the sort of stupid shit that just makes me want to watch a movie more. I love it. I wish it was a series, but I hope for a second one. Man, yeah, a lot of you guys are saying it's good. I can't wait. The owners of the Sherlock Holmes estate sued them over the movie. It's good. They only have, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, they have ownership of very specific Sherlock Holmes stories and how they're portrayed in movies and TV shows. And so the second that they think they have any kind of a claim of like, this portrayal is incorrect, they'll go for it. They're weird. They're weird. So there's that. It just creates more press for the movie. 100%. Yeah. They just create a situation where more people are like, oh, I didn't know there was a new Sherlock Holmes movie. I'll have to watch it. That is one emotion too many. Anything where Sherlock shows empathy that is copyrighted. I love it. It's so stupid. What have you been watching besides Peppa? I watched... Sam and I are watching The Boys right now. And I watched second season of Umbrella Academy, which was great. I still need to reread the comics. I have them out and everything so that I can reread them. And then a lot of just putting on Twitch and drawing, honestly. I definitely thought The Boys was overrated. I think that's fair. Sam and I have really enjoyed it. We went into it completely blind, like hadn't heard anything about it, and really enjoyed season 1. It's definitely not the sort of thing I would recommend to everybody. Definitely not. But we really liked season 1, and season 2 is just, it's just a very weird show, isn't it? It's an interesting concept, but I'm not down for anything nihilistic right now. I also think that's fair. Yeah. Not everybody wants to watch stuff that's like, everything's awful. Like, I get that for sure. I still haven't watched The Old Guard. I should watch that tonight, maybe, while I'm drawing. Is it a series where you need knowledge and context of superhero comics? Not at all. If you have, like, an idea of the general archetypes of, like, Western superhero stuff, then you're good. Old Guard was okay. I wasn't a big fan. Really? Oh. I feel like when it first came out, there were so many people in chat like, you gotta watch it. Interesting. The Boys is like Misfits with no one to root for. Misfits is up on UK Netflix. I don't know if it's on all Netflix, but Misfits is up on UK Netflix now, and I was thinking about doing a rewatch of Misfits and seeing if it holds up. I know, that's the thing. I love Charlize. I'll watch just about anything. I don't know. There's something like a high tier about her. I don't know what it is. I know. Yeah, when I watched Misfits originally, I was like, this is so good. I got like really, really into it. And I'm curious whether or not it holds up. And it blew my mind when we were talking about Umbrella Academy season 2 and somebody was like, yeah, it was really crazy. Like, I hadn't seen the actor that plays Klaus since Misfits. And I was like, what? Oh my God. Klaus is Nathan from Misfits. Oh my God. Like, I did not realize it until someone said that in chat, and it blew my fucking mind. It was like the second I saw somebody say that, I was like, oh my God. Like the connection just fired. No, I had no idea. Essentially playing the same part. I mean, kind of. Definitely both like, I don't want any responsibilities and I'm a little shit sort of characters. Look, play to your strengths, right? Yeah. Well, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about Umbrella Academy with my mother-in-law because she was like, oh my God, you're literally the only person in this family that's watching this show. No one else will watch it with me. So we were talking about it, and she was like, I'm so blown away by the kid that plays 5. Like, he's so good at acting like an old man. I was like, I know. Like, it's so good. Yeah, 100%. I think he's, like, they're all good. I think all of the acting in that show is actually great. Nobody stands out as being as, like, I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say. Sometimes when you watch something, it's not necessarily that the actors are bad. It's that one person is acting as though they're in a different show. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, they're all good actors, but one person doesn't understand the tone of the show that they're in, and it's like a grinding gear. That doesn't happen in this show at all. Like, they're all like fully understanding what they're in, and they all feel very much in sync. It clicks really well. That can also fall on the director. Yeah, but yes, it can. If there's one person that doesn't seem to get it, I would say it's probably not the director. As a person who has had directors desperately try to get me to understand what it is they're trying to say, and I just don't get it, and then I get it later. Sometimes that's just the actor. Sometimes that's just the actor not getting it, because I have been that actor that didn't get it before. Oh, apparently the kid who plays 5 is a huge fan of the comic. That's awesome. That's great. I don't think a season 3 is confirmed for Umbrella. We can find out. Season 3 hopes. Season 3 theories. Season 3 hopes. I don't think anything has been announced. Yeah, Netflix has not yet announced an Umbrella Academy Season 3. But Season 2 sets it up for one perfectly. I mean, we know that. I'm assuming it has had enough positive vibes for it that they would not cancel it after 2 seasons. BoJack is the best Netflix show. That's over now. But yeah, BoJack was incredible. Deeply depressing. Speaking of things that maybe you don't want to watch right now, BoJack, deeply depressing show. I'm worried because Altered Carbon got canned after 2, and that seemed to have a lot of backing. But Altered Carbon was like, people watched it, but the response was very mixed. Sorry, lots of burps. Whereas Umbrella Academy, I feel like nearly all of the response has been positive. So Mindhunter isn't getting a 3rd season either. Mindhunter was great. Yeah, I didn't like Altered Carbon. The first season, it was literally Sam and I just kept watching it and waiting to like it. And then I fell asleep and Sam watched the last 2 episodes and was like, the reason people like it is for the last 2 episodes. And I was like, eh. Sense 8 got canned with overwhelmingly good response, but Sense 8 I think didn't have a lot of people watching it. This is what's hard, right? Is like there are plenty of shows that where people will say, why did Netflix get rid of this? Everyone who watched it liked it. But if it wasn't marketed in a way where it pulled in enough people to watch it, then they're like, And vice versa, I think. Something like Altered Carbon, I think a lot of people watched, but the response was like mixed. So they were like, all right. Yeah, it's weird. Obviously, I don't have access to the back end of Netflix. I don't know what all they're looking at, but if I had to guess, I don't know many people that watch Sense8. So that's what I'm going off of. Sense8 was also very expensive to make. Umbrella Academy confirmed. You checked the back end? Wonderful. OA was cool and will never have an ending now. Yeah, Sam's mom loved OA, but like that's another one that I never watched. Sense8 hit different. Sense8 was, well, the first mistake that Sense8 made was that their like intro credits went on for about as long as the episode. So your mother-in-law sounds like she likes the weird shit. I mean, she's the one who for my Christmas present last Christmas got me a gift certificate to go and stuff a rat. And she was like, I'll go with you. So yeah, my mother-in-law and I are very much like, we get each other. It's a taxidermy class where you stuff a rat. And I was like, Mom, we could stuff 2 rats and then we could put them on blocks and they could be like bookshelf, like end things. And we could make them little outfits. And she was like, oh my gosh, we totally could make them little outfits, but they would have to match. So what would we want them to be? And so we decided that we were going to make one a wizard and one of them we were going to make a little suit of armor. So we're very excited. I'm out of here. Yeah, it's a taxidermy class. No, we've not gone to the class because a pandemic happened. So I wish I could have spent part of this pandemic making clothes for rats. A sorcerer rat. See? See? Oh, goodness. So, yeah. Clark is going to grow up in a house filled with taxidermy animals. I can't see myself getting super into taxidermy. Like I can't see myself doing full-on taxidermy stuff like Susie does. But I find it interesting, for sure. And I never had an issue, like, in class with dissecting anything. So I feel like I'll probably enjoy it. And I told my mother-in-law, because my mother-in-law was like, no one will go do, like, all of this weird shit with me. And she and I were looking at different, like, classes that are in London. And I was like, oh, my God, Mom, there's one that's literally just a taxidermy class where you stuff a rat. And then she got me the gift certificate for that class for Christmas, which is, so the reason she knew about it was because I was like, we could stuff rats together. So there you go. Brian Fuller is massively into taxidermy. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me either. I think, well, I don't know. But I think rats are one of those animals where it's easy to naturally come by their bodies. I don't know. Not to like take this to an even grosser place, but like if you wanted to just not like be senselessly killing something, if you wanted to utilize something that was already dead for one reason or another, I think rats are like an easy option, and that's why they do rats in the class, and they're small. Pet rats, I mean, die after a couple of years. So the word taxidermy comes from the Greek skin arrangement. Amazing. I'd stuff a moth. Anyways, we can talk about something else. We don't have to keep talking about skin arranging. That doesn't have to be the thing that's going on in here. I'm never saying taxidermy again, only skin arrangement. Guys, I'm really into skin arranging. What was on my lip just then? That was so weird. I thought this was a short stream. Oh yeah, it's 11:30. Get the fuck out of here. I'm sending you to Indieland. Okay, let's read off our Valentines and stuff, and then yes, I will send you guys to Indieland. Snizzy says, today marks my first day living at university. My flatmates are hysterical. I can tell it's going to be a brilliant year. I'm wishing some good luck and good times to everyone else starting today. Be sure to enjoy your time at uni, kick its butt, and earn that degree. Golden Mooster says, to all my fellow NBs, shout out to Mr. Rebecca. And finally, cool ass goth look that you got today. Thank you. Also, Mr. Rebecca is a fantastic human. Dragonfire says, sending this Valentine for Dodger for helping me through my heroin addiction by just being there as background distraction through the withdrawals. You helped me so much by just having your streams to listen to distract from the pain. Oh my gosh, that must have been a crazy journey. I'm very happy for you. And I hope things continue to go well. Hall Like Hallway says, as a baby-faced adult, this is a mood. Chat is too wholesome. I was supposed to move to England last week, but my visa is screwed. Chat is full of such sweethearts. You make me forget for just a little bit. Treat yourself, chat. Make tea. Have a biscuit. You've earned it. I'm sorry that things are going bad with your visa. I hope everything gets sorted soon. That is deeply stressful, and I have been there. Roaming says, I've been lurking since the old TGS days. I'm glad to see you're doing so well. Lobster says, for Doogs and Sam and their family, hearing you tell about what happens in your day, whether it's the most crazy or outrageous stuff or the smallest cutesy stories, you have a good way of sharing it. I'm sure I'm not the only one finding myself sometimes sputtering with mirth alone in front of the screen. Oh, Lobster, thank you. That's very sweet. Anime Hero says, I'm sending my best to Dodger in chat. I hope you're all having a lovely weekend. Be sure to treat yourselves today. Keep being awesome. Go for the gold. Thank you for all you do, Dodger. Best wishes to you, Sam, Clark, and the kitties, and happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, Anime Hero. Josh says, hello, Cat Gang and Dodger. I hope everyone is staying safe and happy. And Alex Ratman says, happy Saturday, chat. I'm in the UK and out of quarantine. Unfortunately, Free is still in the US waiting for her visa decision. So thanks to chat for being a super nice place to be. Oh, big hugs to you guys. Big, big hugs. Thank you to Tals Mariano and Zilla Poopfart for reminding us to drink some water. I shall do so now. All your friends showing up and being so supportive today makes me feel all warm inside. It's so wholesome. I know. Everybody came by to say hi. It's so sweet. So sweet. And Sleepytron would like to gift a sub in chat. So let's mute myself. Time to fly again. You are getting a sub redeemed by Sleepytron. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Ba-bam. All right, I'm going to read off the activity feed, and then I'm going to send you over to Indieland. So, if you don't know what Indieland is, it's an event that Gerard, our delightful friend, the completionist, does every year. It's a weekend-long event. They just play tons of indie games with devs and with friends. It all benefits Alzheimer research and supporting families. And it's deeply, deeply close to his heart and his family. And they put a lot of work into it. So I hope that you guys will stick around and go over there and spread some love. Here we go. Kieran, thank you for the 56. Index Drive, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Doing Nico, thank you for the 10. Golden Mooster, thank you for gifting subs. Being Red, thank you for the 40. Mikomi for the 4. Yaz Paints for the 19. 2Fan for the 72. Dornish Vintage for the 6. Infamous Beans, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Of Mythos, thank you for the 15. Soul Keeper for the 8. Vertiguous for the 64. K11 Pause for the 28. Nibelonians for the 4. Conical Coffee for the 7. Ryuk for the 53. Sandown, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Gone Link Dead for the 41. Avenging Sassy for the 57. Life Noodles for the 22. Ostix for the 65. Josie Springs, thank you for the 4. W1200 for the 25. Spider for the 9. Happy Twitch, baby. Avi, thank you for gifting a sub. Pets Play for the 31. Jazzy Dude for the 19. Dragon Sparks for the 51. Zuo2, thank you for the 42. Harper Hex for the 46. Scott Captain for the 26, Mercook for the 31, Chrissy WF for the 70, Bowen for the 35, Dave for the 5 years, again, happy anniversary, and Adelaide Jewel for the 4 years, happy anniversary to both of you guys, thank you so much. Siren, thank you for the 4, Arnar, thank you for the biddies, Mooringer for the 39, Kelly Siren, thank you so much for the 3, beautiful, Half Pint Hatter, thank you for the 3 years, happy anniversary, I, Johnny Mac, thank you for the 19, Gecko for subscribing, welcome to the Cat Gang, Mist and Chocolate for the 50, Inandez for the 21, Line for the 37, Jimmy, thank you again for the raid and all the gifted subs. I appreciate it. Gavin Average, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Chiz Workshop for the 21. Gavin Average for the biddies as well. Dunanute for the 51. Trader for the 57. Miss Stoila for the 1 year. Happy anniversary. Resnick, thank you for the 42. Finch for the 10. Hungover Hugo for the 47. Obi for the 35. Sammy for the 17. Nab who does nothing for the 34. Sashla for the 22. Angie Taki for the 62. Adelise for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Kiro-san for the 59. Marthiu for the 16. Double O Beans for the 23, Hemi Powered Hero KO. Thank you so much for all of those gifted subs earlier. Very, very sweet. Radish Plays, thank you for the 25. Dubstep Gamers for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Solar Blitz for the 51. Alex for the 46. Walnut for the 69. Epic for the 20. One True Waifu for the 55. Rosin for the 39. Kid Rennie for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Dehobo for the 11. Eisner Guy for the 46. Mutinic for the 62. Soul of Infinity for the 20. Avi, thank you for gifting another sub. Joe for the 11. Kyo Roz for the 17. Paul G for the 19. Nopi Just Nopi for the 26. Thaumic for the 65. Awesome Lapossum for the 31. Do You Like Ducks for the 20. Fairy Baby for the 39. Jake Cam for the 3. Pesky Paladin, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Prince Kaitsu for the 37. Twitching Pokey for the 6. Aduro, thank you for gifting subs. Thank you, thank you. Panda Guy for the 30. Captain Loogie for the biddies. GK Gamer Fan for the 37. And Cloud2K4 for the 51. Thank you guys very, very much. Thank you for the biddies, for the gifted subs, for the resubs, for the new subs, all of it. Amazing. I appreciate it so much. I hope that you guys are doing well. I hope that you're having a good day. And let's see, what are they playing right now? What are they doing currently? Where are they? Oh, there they are. Oh my God. Near the top. All right. To crippling student debt, I will give your points back, by the way, since you redeemed the raid. Yes. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Manga Pod, as well as Godforged, if you want to tune into that stuff. Otherwise, support Gerard and them. They're working their butts off. They're having a great time, and it's all for a good cause. So I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.